leave me alone. Like you can practically see it on her face, like every time she goes out, even when she's going to pick loose ball, and I'm like, this is.
And also, is there a reason they played for 17 more minutes?
Yeah, I think the game lasted 107 minutes.
Yes,
even though they added 9 minutes officially, which was already at the start with.
Extra 6 minutes.
Like they played for 17 more minutes after regulation.
Some might say maybe there's an agenda for Germany there, but actually,
if the game had gone on, the agenda would probably have even worked against Germany.
That's the World Cup style now, and trust me, it is coming to the new market next to you very soon, and that's the Premier League. You are going to be seeing that World Cup style of timing.
Alex Ferguson era is back. It's not official.
So you better get used to it. You're gonna see games going to 100+ minutes from next week Saturday and Sunday in the Premier League. Now, Germany got knocked out, but South Korea played as if a draw was even enough. But I mean, it was not even enough.
Their own is pete. And I will spoil your team, spoil my own.
And has anybody taking a look at Germany's goal difference and how it wasn't enough to qualify?
They are +5.
But on
8 goals scored, 3 conceded.
Now on the other side, let's talk about Morocco, who got hit for 6 on the opening day of action and are through, and the team that hit them for 6 and not qualified. That's very strange. But let's take a break. Let's pay some bills. When we come back, we'll talk Morocco.
Wow, we need an basket.
And actually, Morocco.
That game should have finished in the first quarter. That Nigeria-Rwanda basketball game.
All right. We'll also talk Afro basket as well. Plenty coming your way. 6:10. Don't go anywhere. Sports Cruise on Mainland 98.3. We have bills to pay.
Are you a travel enthusiast, business tycoon, online or offline vendor, or investor? Do you dream of enjoying all expense-paid travels, car and house awards? Then you must avail yourselves for the biggest mega summit organized by the Famol Marketplace. At this summit, you will learn all the secrets to building a profitable business with minimal capital and enjoying all expense-paid travels all over the world. As a vendor, you will learn how to import from China without customs hassle. Date: Saturday 5th August 2023. Time: 12 noon. Venue: number 6 Allen Avenue, opposite Mama Cass Restaurant, Ikeja, Lagos. For more information, please call 070-6289-6056. Come learn all the tips, tools, and tricks you need to make massive income and create the life of your dreams. Other benefits for those who will be present includes free gift for the first 20 people, a raffle draw, one-on-one business talk with the African Senior Director, and of course, Item 7. For more information, please call 070-6289-6056. Together, we will create the future we truly desire.
The Broadcast Art Institute Supplementary Admissions 2022-2023. Few vacancies exist in the Departments of Broadcast Journalism and Multimedia Technology for admission in the 2022-2023 session. If you scored 100 and above in the 2022-2023 UTME and have 5 relevant credits and have not gained admission, you can change over to the Broadcast Art Institute Lagos for National Diploma in Broadcast Journalism and Multimedia Technology. The Broadcast Art Institute is accredited by the National Board for Technical Education (NBTE) to offer national diploma programs in broadcast journalism and multimedia technology. You can visit our campus at number 38 Odofin Street, Igbogbo, Ikorodu, Lagos, or call the following numbers: 0806 149 9992 or 0703 713 1166 or 0816 587 1415. The 2022-2023 Universities and Polytechnic admission is here at the Eco College of Management and Technology, Eco City. Opportunity to gain admission and bag a national diploma degree is now available in the following courses: Mass Communication and Multimedia Technology, Banking Operations, Computer Engineering, Computer Science, Science Laboratory Technology, Performing and Media Arts. If you wrote the last JAMB and still seek admission, the opportunity is available at Eco College of Management and Technology to put the best in both theoretical and practical knowledge. Eco College of Management and Technology, Eco City, is approved and accredited by both the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board JAMB and National Board for Technical Education NBTE. At Eco City, our lecturers bring to the class both industry and academic experience. Facilities in the school include well-equipped laboratories, modern multimedia studio, hostel, sports complex, ultra-modern library, CBT hall, beautiful classrooms and office spaces. Eco College of Management and Technology is located at Plot 100 Alhaji Onilewura Street, College Bus Stop, Ikotu Egbe, Lagos State. For inquiries, call 0812. Website at www.eco.
And now, all the way from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and today.
Women's World Cup. We'll also segue into the Afro. Maybe the Rwandans are trying to come back into it, but I'll get some updates from Tunde Young later on the show. Now let's talk Morocco, shall we, real quick? And Tunde Young, let me come to you for this one. Incredible. I remember last week when the Falcons got that win against Australia, and we were having thoughts that maybe this win could have inspired or could inspire the rest of the Africans. And alas, we were really right. I thought I was right. I think Yemi also alluded to that fact. And you like it or not, you cannot but trace back what has happened to South Africa, Morocco, even Zambia to an extent, because they won the last game of the group stages. You cannot take it away from how inspiring what the Super Falcons have done.
I mean, I personally want to attribute the team's successes to them and not to the Super Falcons. I don't think. Yeah, I mean, I will not remove the small parts, the motivation. Like it must have
stay one place.
Instead of being a motivational factor, a small part. You can see the fact.
So that's what I'm saying.
But that's
a major part.
That's not why they won. That is not. I'm not.
Wait, let me understand you.
I'm not going to say.
My question here is: has it played a part? Yes or no? Stay one place.
Okay. For the sake of this box I want to put me in, I will go no. No, the teams won because they are good. As Morocco, as WAFCON finalists in the last tournament, they are not going to be inspired because Nigeria that finished fourth in the tournament managed to beat Australia in one game. That's just how I see it. I'm sorry. The teams played their game.
Now I can understand why they came for you.
The teams played their game and they were good. And they won. Shikena.
Okay, no problems.
And I also want to point out before we move on that on the Morocco day, when Morocco lost 6-0 to Germany, I remember saying here that I watched that game, and even though everybody here chose to look at the result 6-0, there's no way.
It's just like giving the goalkeeper that considers his goals.
You cannot just telling you that a 6-0 result. But like we said, this also might also be a game. The women's game, but if don't be.
Well, I've always sufficed the fact, and they would play at a really good development. Having no, nothing has changed. It seems like we've even taken a few steps back. We have just like in the point we are going to get to.
That in the United States, made up of
that playing in
opened. They have a Division 1 and they have a Division 3. It houses the facilities. This has come from government, has also come from FIFA. Yeah. We got preparation money, long lasting, that can help them.
They have low blood for a while. It phases out. And they will leave you there. Qualifying for the World Cup, we got money. FIFA always give us Go project allowance. FIFA always does to understand something. Having talent is not enough. Managing those talents is not even 6 World Cups. That's why we are celebrating that someone had gone to play the Olympics 6 times as a table tennis player. That's why those people that are giving us moment of glory, and that country will break that genes. And if
he knows he's going to
big titles and a cup with Leon,
so you asked
done to want us to be the first to have this control. What do you follow? It took to him.
Me personally, I've always no longer tenable. Like it has got
nothing at all. If there's going to be anything at all, he should not even come back to Nigeria with the team.
How do we source momentum from
the world? We will get a proper world class. It's going to have
you won't be depending on the result on Monday morning.
I will not hear
the success they've achieved right now are not themselves.
Yeah. No, but maybe Morocco though.
I'm saying about the teams who have overcome adversity. Okay. Morocco didn't overcome
adversity. You didn't mention Morocco.
I didn't mention Morocco. I mean, they've put in a massive. All right, so the round of 16 is set, and just like we said yesterday, Africans facing their colonial masters. Once again, the theme continued. Morocco are taking on France. If you don't know, France were colonial masters of Morocco. So which of the round of 16 fixtures are you looking forward to, Roland?
It has to be because I actually rooted for England, if you know.
Yes, I know that. I know
so that. The Nigerian England man is something I'm going to.
Where does your loyalty lie? Where does it lie?
England.
on Nigeria radio.
England, my friend. England. I won't lie. I won't deceive myself. If Nigeria wins, it will be, of course, I'll be happy. But who am I supporting? Who do I think has a realistic chance of winning?
Who are you supporting? For who has a chance of winning?
All right, we've got a couple of round of 16 fixtures that look really good. Sweden, USA definitely has to be the pick of the bunch.
Definitely.
There's Netherlands up against South Africa. That should also be good, although it should be one-sided the way I see it. But Nigeria,
Japan too.
I think South Africa have been the most impressive African side so far. In this, even though they
not Nigeria.
I don't think so.
Nigeria's only one game now.
I mean, the fact that they lost their first game from a winning position, they drew their second game from a winning position, 2-0 against Argentina, 2-1 loss against Sweden, 2-0 against Argentina, and then they had to they had to win their last game again. Coming from, by the way,
like Emi told,
I said
live Mainland FM. Big preview continues. Definitely, we had Arsenal and Aston Villa to analyze yesterday. Today will be the turn of Bournemouth and Brentford, and let's get started with Andre Iraola. Is that his first name? Andoni Iraola. You know that I watched Andoni Iraola play. I mean, I feel like an old guy, but I'm not an old guy, right? But Andoni Iraola actually played under Marcelo Bielsa, as a right back, and he was a decent right back on his day.
I think he started in Europa League final against United.
Yeah, I think he did. Yeah, nice one. Yeah, nice one.
Student of the game for me.
All right, come on. So I mean, so let me get started with you. Bournemouth have shocked and surprised many in the market by that left-sided decision to sack their manager and bring in Andoni Iraola. There's Justin Kluivert also has joined the team. I think they're going to bring in a midfielder as well. We might see a slight change in style for Bournemouth, right?
Yeah, Iraola is instead of like football managers, the football manager that everybody likes on football Twitter. That's where you'll be able to measure football manager.
He's a progressive manager.
It's the ideal hipster manager. It's the one that people that think they know football like. So like is that guy, and the fact that he was available, Bournemouth, it's sad for Gary O'Neill that he had to be a casualty of this. Especially he worked wonders last season. I personally have Gary O'Neill as my manager of last season because there was no way in my mind that Bournemouth would not have gotten relegated last season. The fact that he did it and he did it comfortably, they were not even in a relegation battle for the last 10 to 5 games of the season, and only to then lose his job because a better manager was available. It's sad, but it's the nature of the game. The game is the game, and you just have to move on. So far, they've signed Ahmed Junior Traore from Sassuolo for 25 million euros. They've signed Milos Kerkez from AZ Alkmaar, a right fullback for 17 million. They've signed Romain Favre from Lyon for 15 million. They signed Justin Kluivert, like you mentioned as well. They brought in Radu on loan from Inter Milan to be a backup goalkeeper to captain Neto. So it's some solid business, considering the fact that last season as well, the signing of, I'll say, Dangu Ouattara really turned their season around, and I would expect a lot more from him this season. And the non-goal scoring striker Dominic Solanke.
And I talk about frugality. Someone who is used to it, although Bournemouth are not frugal these days, just outlined them, the managers or the players, they've signed Vallecano over 3 seasons. His club only signed 9 players over 3 seasons, so he's used to that, and definitely didn't splash out plenty of euros to bring in these players. But Yemi, real quick, still on Bournemouth, we know his work, we know his body of work in terms of progressive football. But Bournemouth's problems last season were defensive. Only Southampton and Leeds were relegated, had worse defensive records than Bournemouth. He has to fix them up at the back as well.
Oh, he definitely has to fix them up. I think one of those things is to get the best out of the likes of Zenesi. I probably would be expecting that probably had 1 or 2 bodies in defense as well. They
spent 24 million pounds on this Dynamo Kiev defender last year.
Yeah, that was what I was going to mention. He came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
For them to sign.
I heard the guy is big on Football Manager, by the way.
Yeah, I will play Football Manager in a while, actually. For Bournemouth, they have to sort out the defensive issues. Neto was huge for them last season. It was one of the reasons why they stayed up. And of course, like you mentioned, Ouattara and the likes of Anthony were also really good for them. They lost Jefferson Lemar. I think that's a huge departure for Bournemouth. I'm still hoping that they will sign Issy Palacion to join Bournemouth. I'm hoping that he can bring in Issy Palacion to England. Maybe so you see a little bit of a Spanish flavor in Bournemouth, but I'm not holding my breath for that team.
By the way, Raul was in that youth team at Sociedad that had Teta and Xabi Alonso, so he keeps good company and should be a good manager and decent one for Bournemouth. Now let's talk about Brentford before we start taking calls. And Roland, what do you think will count as a good season for Brentford? Will it be to do a Brighton? Some pessimists at the club will say because of Ivan Toney's situation, let's just stave off relegation again. Let's just keep our stability. A lot of people forget that this is just their third season in the Premier League.
Brentford, they are a very stubborn side. I think, and they will continue to do that this season. I guarantee they will be in the upper part of the 10.
Guarantee.
Yeah, upper part of the 10. And if they would push P this season, it will be if they push P season, it will be qualifying for Europa.
Which one is pushing P?
What's your problem with my slang now?
Anyways, it's best way to be artist. No.
Why would I do that? I'm not an artist, please.
Still talking Brentford, and some will say that Brentford are a team in transition from Championship to their. This is their old stadium. They used to be Griffin Park. Then they moved to a new stadium. That's the G-Tech. They used to play tiki-taka football in the Championship. But now they are long ball specialists, still under the same manager. And Thomas Frank is even saying, hey, we are going into Brentford 2.0 this season. What do you think 2.0 will be for Brentford? And once again, like I said, it's a team that is missing a crucial cog, at least for the first 4-5 months of the campaign. Ivan Toney.
I just have a feeling that they could actually miss him for the whole season because there are players that comes back and then it becomes difficult to integrate them back into the side. Especially, it depends on what side of the table Brentford will be when he comes back. If it's a team that is on a good run, it's going to be difficult for you to break that synergy. If it's a team that is struggling to stay alive and not get relegated, it's going to be a bigger problem for them again. But for me, I think it's always difficult to assess teams that just got promoted the first season. Their priority is to stay up and not get promoted, not get relegated the following season, to consolidate on whatever win they're able to get that first season. If they manage to finish maybe 17th, the next push should be let us try and push up on the other side of the table, maybe 12th or 11th. Then the third season, the expectations become different. They expect it, especially when you look at teams around. If you look at Brentford last season, they started like the house on fire, defeated Manchester United, got decent result, and out of nowhere, they started pulling off their own self again. They picked up, so they had a roller coaster season, not as much as they want to build up consistency. But I think Thomas Frank is one of the most underrated managers in the Premier League. This is what I mean. He's not the kind of manager that would tell teams to go all out. He knows how to get the job done. He likes living in the press. He likes all of that attention. What means that he can actually take from the poor, take from the rich and give to the poor. He could actually beat the big teams, and the next season going to struggle against the team that is already close to relegation. But I think this season, the whole idea is, as much as a lot of people think Ivan Toney is like the real deal for them, he's the face of the club. He's going to get the goals.
They play through.
There's a Buena. There is.
They have one of the most effective backups in the league.
Exactly.
Their presence starts with them.
He came in.
They are one of the best pressing sides in the
last 5 matches of last season. Wilson came in and he got 3 goals in 5 games for them, for a player that had not even gotten into the first team. So I don't know how they want to manage, and good for them. The whole decision on Ivan Toney came in quite early, so I'm sure the whole of the preseason they've actually sorted themselves out. They are not going to terminate Ivan Toney's contract. Obviously, he's not going to train with them. But 8 months is a long time in football. And that's my fear for Brentford.
All right, finally on Brentford, Yemi, back to you. Still on Thomas Frank, who very honest manager, talks a good game. Actually a decent manager, no doubt about it. He's been around Danish underage football, and his philosophy was tiki-taka. But at Brentford, he came through with a direct style of football that has worked a treat for them, no doubt about it. But do you think we're getting to that point where Thomas Frank is gradually getting bigger than the club, Brentford? he was linked to the Spurs managerial position at a point in time in the summer.
Sometimes you have to be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
Be careful what you aim for. So certain managers have taken that leap too early. I think he's still at a very good place where he can tinker and do a lot of things and let this team evolve to see where they can reach. I think it will be foolhardy for him to decide to take that leap now. But then sometimes they say these opportunities only come once, and you have to seize it. But I think he's at a very, very good club where they're going to be patient with him. They're financially stable. The financial stability is good for them. So I don't think he should be looking to jump the gun yet. Chill, relax, and you have very good control of and not that the owner is a huge gambler. He knows how to handle those situations where
and they are big on analytics too.
Big on analysis, big on value players. Look at the players that they sold over the last few years. So I think he should just chill, continue to build. Maybe if I think the point one Brentford break into maybe the top 6 or top 8. No, top 6.
I think the aim for them once again is to be like a Brighton.
Oh yeah.
Get European football.
Try and get Europe. Then
I mean, it's supposed to be a third season.
Then crack the recruitment code. What Brighton have done in the last couple of seasons, saying, is also crack that code of recruitment. I'm not sure anybody has done that. Although the likes of Leicester used to do that, likes of Southampton used to do that too. But they've run out of gas. So maybe if they can also crack that, who knows? All right, we're done with Bournemouth and Brentford. Will continue more tomorrow on the show. I'll be on the show tomorrow, so not to worry.
I was really hoping when we get to Chelsea, you'll not be here.
Are we doing Chelsea tomorrow? No. I think we've got Burnley and Brighton. Yeah, but I'll be on Monday.
All
right, let's take some calls, shall we? 0913600410 if you want to join in on the program. We'll be talking about Sadio Mane. Bayern Munich thought that they had pulled off a real heist by getting him for 35 million euros at Liverpool, but it just didn't work out. But let's take some calls. We'll talk about it in a moment. Hello, good evening, welcome.
Good evening, everybody.
Yeah, good evening. Your name and where you're calling us from?
There is Ufoma from my brother.
All right, Ufoma, you can go on.
Thank you. Let me just speak on the Falcons. I'm seeing them in the semi-final.
Thank you, Ufoma.
I've seen them tonight.
All right. We see you too.
Call back tomorrow.
All right, thank you very much for calling Ufoma. Sees them, the Super Falcons, in the semi-finals. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening. Your name and where you're calling from? Hello.
It's Chelsea from.
All right. Hello. Good evening.
Hello, good evening. From Lambe.
I didn't get the name, please.
Tofumi from Lambe.
Okay, Tofumi from Lambe. Tofumi, go on.
Yes, so I want to know what's the offense of Ivan Toney.
Okay, gambling offense. Yes.
Okay, gambled against his club.
He gambled against many clubs, even against
Premier League footballers. No, Premier League footballers are not supposed to gamble.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. He even gambled on
his
your
own club.
But the guy gambled say
he never bet against them. And he kept it. He never bet in games.
What is ethical about that?
He never bet in games that he was involved in.
What do you mean?
I shall remember when I told you to score was 3 points there.
As in, on your whole club.
All right, let's take the next caller. Hello, good evening. Welcome to Sports Cruise.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening, everyone.
Yeah, good evening, Chief. Your name and where you're calling from?
That's Harry from Uganda.
All right, Damilari, go on.
Yeah, today you're well done for consistently being pessimistic with Super Falcons. The truth of the matter there is either we like it or not. The performance of this Morocco at South Africa is boiled down to the performance of Super Falcons that game. That's just the point.
Where does Babala Super Falcons now boil down to?
Psychologically, that's just the point. That's just it's not a matter of debate. It is the fact. It's just there because by the time they feed them, okay. I was saying before this game that the only difference between Africans and in this tournament, what I see is there is no fear. Everybody come to this game prepared. That okay, even if you are going to beat us, we are still going to push it. That's just it.
All right.
I think we did not score back against Australia. That's gay. That's FSA. I think we did not score back. It would have been a total whitewash. But for us to equalize them back, they went back and told themselves that, okay, this is that we respect. There's nothing different there. Let's attack them. That's just it. And when the team is determined, we don't know how long it will take them. That's just it. And I see a power of social media in this thing. It has never been like this, that some of us will be playing and everybody will be at alert just to see what they will do. There is a synergy between us and this team.
All right, nice one. Thank you very much. You mentioned social media, and let's get to Tunde Young for that. The handler of the D Tigers has to be one of the best football or sport handlers in the country right now, with putting in some very engaging content, which I really love. And I mean, you can see how people are also interacting with it. And that handler is currently busy right now giving us updates from the Rwanda versus Nigeria game. How's it going?
Yeah, full time, I guess. 79-48, Nigeria have won and advanced.
That was a stroll in the park.
Yeah, much better than the quarterfinal game against Mozambique last night. It was very close. Nigeria lost the first 2 quarters, but this time around, Rena Wakama and the girls have been able to cut down on the turnovers, and they play more confidently. And you can see, she spoke about the fact that this was probably going to be their toughest game going into this one, because it was against the host, and the host nations know how to make it very uncomfortable for you. But I mean,
I think Rwandans are more hospitable.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
The hospitality showed in 31 points, which is how we won. And so through to the semis, looks like Nigeria are about to do a 4-pick.
The
finals. Through to the finals.
To play who? Senegal or who?
Senegal or Mali. Senegal or Mali. That game is by 8 p.m. tonight.
All right, so we'll keep eyes on that. And
also,
that should be a good game.
Yeah, Senegal are also, pretty much the best team in Africa historically, even though we are right now. So, let's watch out for that.
All right. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Hi, your name and where you're calling from?
My name is John, Chelsea fan for life.
All right, John, a Chelsea fan. Welcome. Go on.
Sorry, I wanted to contribute about this. I was hearing rumor about Mbappe, sorry, but to Chelsea for one.
Was that no one that you confirmed your membership?
Was that in your dream?
Actually, I saw the reports too. I saw it too.
All right, keep dreaming. Thank you very much for calling. All right, I'm not sure there's much to hold on to that as far as that Mbappe.
I'm sorry, but don't hold your breath.
But Nkunku is looks like he's had a bad knee injury, but hopefully it's not too much. Yeah. But he definitely will be missing that Liverpool game next weekend, according to what we're hearing from Chelsea. We're involved in a preseason fixture. We're watching it. I mean, what kind of pitch is this? I understand that
horrible pitch.
This guy performed on the pitch just 3 days before this game. What's his name? Ed Sheeran, yeah. And maybe that explains.
Of course, the musician.
The musician will know now, definitely.
But yeah, they played in Chicago. The pitch at some point I had to check if they were not in Abuja or something, because the pitch looks like it's reminiscent of that cassava plantation that we lost our World Cup qualification on.
Hello, good evening, welcome.
Hello.
Hi, your name and where you're calling from?
Greatness.
Oh, greatness. You need no introduction.
Please, I have a question and question, sir.
All right, go on.
Man is about to seal a deal. One of the best defenders coming from Germany. Who will stop Man City next season in the Premier League? I don't care about what Wale said yesterday that catch up, but who can stop Man City with this signing that Man City are about to see now?
It's not even the best defender in the Premier League yet. He's talking about Gvardiol.
Just go for it.
We understand that both clubs have agreed a fee for the Croatian to join Manchester City. Hello, good evening. Who do we have here? Hello.
Yeah, good evening. My name is Uche, calling from Dokoro.
Uche, welcome to Sports Cruise.
Yeah, I want to talk about this Falcon.
All right, go on.
Yeah, this is a game to watch. Are they playing on Monday morning? Is it on Monday morning?
Yeah, Monday morning, 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Fine, this is a game to watch. This is where I want to know the potential which they have. If they can defeat England, honestly speaking, I'll be the happiest person.
Aye.
If they can do it.
My brother, tie your happiness to other things.
I've decided not to go to work that day.
You've decided not to go to work on a Monday?
I swear.
What do you do? Pay your own salary?
I think he's self-employed.
Are you self-employed?
Because thank God my leave starts on Monday.
Okay.
The leave starts on Monday.
So that we will not live with the leave.
Let's read some messages. By the way, we're still streaming on Facebook and YouTube. And make sure that if you can't listen to us via radio, you can always it won't cost you too much. 500 MB, be able to enjoy us for 1 hour. Depends on what network you're using. Let's read some messages today.
All right, YouTube, Yukora Shefa says, Tunde Young, I won't relent on my own pessimism. I feel you, brother. Just as you said that, your back is wide enough to carry Michel Adoze's children. Mine is wide and open to carry Lauren James's kids. This is very wow. I'm shocked.
I choose not to hear that.
Anyway, I'm happy for the African teams that have progressed to the next round. That shows we didn't come to play in this World Cup. Today, what's the news with Chelsea and Olise? We've not had any updates so far, and I quite frankly think that deal might be dead. But on Facebook, we have Damilola Odushola who says, Sport Cruise today makes 27 years of the Dream Team winning Olympic gold medal in Atlanta. Becoming the first African country in history to win the gold medal at the football tournament, at the football event in the Olympic Games. Dami from Mowe. Dami, I had to do a lot of mental editing, invest in Grammarly. St. Michael says, a wonderful evening to you guys in the studio. A midfield pivot of Enzo Fernandez and Moises Caicedo is something I really need to see. Chelsea, please make this happen. They are trying, but it's not working. I didn't do the message. It says, good evening, guys. Now that City gets Gvardiol, who sits out in that defense? And I think that's a good question.
All right, let's quickly talk Sadio Mane in the next 5-6 minutes, and let's get started with Yemi Adesanya. 35 million euros, that's how much the Bavarians shelled out for him to join Liverpool. By the end of a disappointing first season, they have become desperate to offload him. And Mane and Bayern has never worked out on any level. But was this just a case of bad luck here?
I think a case of two things. Bad luck and probably a little bit of misuse. Why do I say so?
Knowing fully well that it started well at Bayern.
Yeah, it started well. So his talent is not in doubt, or has never been in doubt.
Yeah.
But I think, sometimes managers get a little bit carried away, with certain things. And I think that sometimes when the player is coming to a club, you need to understand where he's coming from, what position he played, how he gets integrated into the game. And I think at the same time, Bayern's loss of Lewandowski, I think it's something that they still up to now they haven't recovered from.
Yeah, but they try to now, what do they call it? They try to find new ideas, bringing in hybrid strikers.
That's why I said that managers, when they get carried away and get into this whole euphoria of being great thinkers, then they model things up. And I think that's what happened, and Mane interestingly became the scapegoat for all that happened during that period. And of course, then you now look at the relationship with certain players in the team that wasn't so good, and then the fracas, of course, he was going to have to leave.
Can we start from where he started, where he was on the pitch? Tunde Young, he played on the right side of attack. We know that Mane was always the guy who would love to play on the left and come in. Fantastic guy in the transitions as well. But like I said, he prospered in the early stages of his Bayern career. Yeah. But crucially, that's where the bad luck came. The injury before the World Cup.
Yep.
He never looked like he recovered from it, even after. I think he came back around February and went on a drought like 15 games where he scored only 1 goal. He just didn't recover from it, and I think that's where bad luck came in. That injury was bad timing.
Yeah, it was just unfortunate. Like Yemi said, it's just a combination of factors. Basically, there's no one thing that was responsible for his lack of success in Germany. He scored 3 goals in his first 5 games, 5 league games for Bayern Munich. Although he played as a centre forward in all of those games, then eventually got shunted out wide. They just never quite figured out what they wanted to do with him. And I feel like they could have survived the bad first season if he did not have that issue with Leroy Sané. He could have survived the bad first season, and they could have gotten a proper centre forward.
Maybe he could not have survived. You know why again? I thought that in Mane, Bayern just kept on piling players who could do the same thing. Gnabry, Musiala, Coman. Everybody had the same skill sets. So they just had players who could do the same thing, not a striker who could bang in the goals. I know that Mane had a good stint or decent stint with Liverpool towards the end of his final season as a centre forward, but we know that he's not a centre forward. at a point in time was never always going to work out.
And they put Lewandowski expectations on Sadio Mane,
Yeah,
who has never really carried the team before.
Exactly.
He has always been. I mean, at Liverpool, it was the most important support cast, but has never really been that guy. So when the team is failing, even if Mane is not exactly to blame, he's the most obvious star on the team. So you point at him, and maybe you could not handle those expectations as well. So maybe
even those who are close to him will be so surprised that he didn't work out at Bayern Munich.
Yeah, of course.
They'll be very surprised. And that's why maybe I agree with Yemi that apart from bad luck, majorly it has to be for tactical reasons why he didn't work out.
Exactly, because I remember when he left Liverpool, a lot of people felt like Liverpool were going to crumble, Liverpool were going to crack up and break and all of that. And I think he went into Bayern with so much expectations on himself. He actually, they did. He actually wanted to prove a point that I could actually be the head guy. You remember all of the conversation around him qualifying Senegal for the World Cup, him winning the African competitions, and when he returned to Anfield, the way was received as against even Mohamed Salah that lost the AFCON final and also lost World Cup ticket to the same Senegalese team that had Sadio Mane. So you could feel that. And when he got to Bayern wanted to really make him feel welcome. They had a giant size pizza for him, just that feel of, okay, we want you here, we love you here. But I don't know. I don't even think it's misused as such. Probably it's not just a marriage that was never going to work.
All right, so chances are that both parties will be much happier without each other, right?
Of course.
And I mean, both of them will soon be back to their best.
Oh, yes.
I think Mane is going to bang in goals in Saudi Arabia. Oh, I mean, probably should be doing 20 goals.
As long as he doesn't weave Ronaldo.
I mean, there's Ronaldo also in the mix too.
No, as long as he doesn't weave
because there might also be some ego crisis there too. Who knows?
I think Ronaldo will just be grateful to have another footballer in this. Because have you seen the people? Have you seen the people?
Let's take our last caller. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening.
John calling back again.
All right, John, real quick.
Sorry, you people talking about Falcon, those Nigerian ladies. They are not going to reach anywhere now. You guys are going to beat them 2-0 first half. Nothing good to come out under APC.
Thank you very much for your pessimism. We don't appreciate it at all. I don't appreciate that. Thank you very much. But the Falcons have earned all of the respect they should be getting right now. Yeah. And I think that we should really support them ahead of the game against England. We have to go. Thank you very much for joining us on the show. Robert Sanchez to Chelsea is signed, sealed, and almost delivered. I'll be back tomorrow 6 p.m. right here on Mainland 98.3 FM. Tunde Young, thank you very much for coming around. Roland, the superstar, the artist, also has been on the show. Mokwe also has been here. Untalented
artist.
Have a great evening, guys. Bye-bye.